Hello everyone, welcome to Anna's Big Adventure. It's been a couple of months and I do apologise. Things have been, as you can imagine, crazy. But I'm here to give you an update. It's been a very busy start to the fourth quarter of the year. And it doesn't seem to get any easier, let me tell you that. So today we're going to talk about going viral. We're going to talk about the demonetization issues that are going on with YouTube. And I'm going to talk to you about the first steps to hiring a team to help you with your YouTubing, because I've now experienced all of those things. And yeah, it's all been exciting and stressful and crazy. But first things first, let's have a look at those numbers. So here we go. Balaram Beans TV, my lovely little YouTube channel for children. They have been slow to get on board. It's very difficult to access the little children's market because the little children don't scroll through YouTube videos. It's the parents that we have to access here. And it's very difficult to infiltrate parent groups. They're very hot on not having any form of advertising or sharing things that aren't directly mummy related. So I found that quite tough. So the growth has been slow. So the last time I spoke to you, the beginning of September, we had 364 and now we have 630 subscribers. However, the exciting thing with Balaram Beans is we did hit that 10,000 view threshold. So as you may or may not know, as a YouTuber here, you cannot monetize your videos until you have 10,000 views. That's a new rule that was brought in this year. And that's to find out whether or not you're a spam account or whether you're a real account. But frustrating because you can't see any money coming in at all until you hit that 10,000 subscriber mark. Not that it really matters because since we've monetized, we've only made, I think it's $2.30, and that's shared between three of us. So not even enough to buy a can of Coke, but still, it's nice to finally have full control of our channel. Some very exciting things coming up for Balaram Beans. The difficulty always is finding time to film and to edit. I actually have probably about 15 Balaram Beans projects backed up that just need editing. But editing those particular videos is a lot more work than any other editing I do. Okay, so the next channel is obviously this channel, Anna's Big Adventure, and I have projects here also that I want to share with you that I'm ready to edit, but again, I haven't found the time. And at the beginning of September, we were on 3,344, and 2 months later, we're on 3,858. So not bad, considering I haven't been putting any material out at all. In 2 months, I've gained 500 subscribers. So I'm not going to complain about that. Interestingly, a lot of the brand managers and influential people I've spoken to over the last few months, when I've talked to them about my 4 active YouTube channels, they all seem very interested in this particular channel. They think that this channel could do really wonderful things. But the problem, of course, is it's small. I don't have any sponsorship for this channel. I think it makes maybe like $15 to $20 a month. So it's very difficult for me to find the time to work on this realistically. But still, lots planned, lots coming up, and I will get around to editing those projects. The next one is British English Pro. As you know, if you've been keeping up with this series, British English Pro is a dead YouTube channel. I fed it for a while and it hasn't been fed for a very long time, but it continues to grow. So it's always interesting to know if you stopped YouTubing, what would happen with all your content. Well, it still continues to do things, and it still actually is making me money. So it makes me about $20 a month. So it makes the same as this one, and it's not active. So that is now on 18,741. So it is slowing down its growth, but still growing, which is frustrating, but fine. We carry on regardless. The next one is my passion channel that just stays stagnant. We've got some really good plans coming up for Verba Vocal Technique, my singing education channel. We've done a wonderful video, an amazing video that I'm really proud of, but unfortunately it's tied up in red tape. I have to get licenses to use the music, and it means I'm in talks with Warner Brothers, and I'm hoping they're not going to charge the earth for us using their lyrics. So yeah, working with music can be very difficult on YouTube. You have to tread carefully. You don't want to get any copyright strikes, so you have to be very careful, especially if you're not using original music all the time. It's a tough one. So Verba Vocal at the beginning of September was on 51,524, and now it's on 59,024. Ooh, nice round number. There we go. 24. So that's grown. It's, steady, always steady, and I'm happy with that. But I really, really wish that I could get some more action on that one. Okay, so the big one, obviously now my biggest channel and the one I feed on a daily basis at the moment. In fact, today I put out 2 videos. It is English Like a Native, and this consumes every hour of every day, this particular channel. And at the beginning of September, we were on 57,017 subscribers. Today, right now, it's at 93,803. Whoa. 2 months and we've almost doubled in 2 months. Isn't that insane? How did it happen? Well, at the last time I spoke to you, I told you about a video that I did on sex vocabulary. It's an educational video talking about sex and how we discuss sex in the UK. Of course, with the word sex in the title, it was going to be an interesting video to people. So it now has had, it was released in August, and it's now had nearly 5 million views. Nearly 5 million views. It's insane. Part of me worries that it's slightly damaging for my channel because what people tend to do is they click onto the video and within a few seconds they click straight off. When they realise it's actually an educational video and not something that they can enjoy for enjoyment's sake, they click off. And that kind of behaviour is not rewarded by YouTube. So I think perhaps now everything is really slowing down, and I think now it's because they are punishing me for that video. But it gave me a real growth spurt for a little while. Now, the interesting thing is, a lot of you might think that having a video that's had 5 million views would be a real money spinner. I would have thought the same. There are so many different things in place. So that video has actually made about $200 in total. 5 million views has earned me $200 over the course of 3 months. The problem is that it really depends where your video is being delivered. Even if you have the biggest hit, if it's being delivered in a country that would ban advertising on certain products, so mine is sex vocabulary, the kind of things that would be advertised on that video might be adult content, might be alcohol content, that kind of adult theme thing. If those videos are playing somewhere where alcohol is not allowed, and so therefore advertising on alcohol and cigarettes and that kind of thing is banned, then that video is not, no matter how many views it gets, it's not going to make money because it's not being, it's not got advertising on it. So that's why money. Of course, I'm not upset about $200 because $200 is $200. I need every penny I can get. But it is disappointing that when you finally break through, you finally have a hit video, it doesn't really perform in the way you had expected. But you have to keep going. You have to keep pushing through. Now, the other thing that seems to have come crashing down on creators' heads recently is the demonetisation issue. So you may have heard YouTubers complaining about their videos being demonetised all of a sudden. This is a change in the algorithm, all to do with the whole advertising scandal, all the advertisers leaving YouTube, not wanting to spend money because of content appearing, adverts appearing on hate content. So YouTubers have been cracking down And the newest thing they've done is change the algorithm so that it is super sensitive and demonetizes anything it deems to be non-family friendly. So if it's not family friendly, it's demonetized. You cannot advertise on it. And unfortunately, it's super sensitive. So for example, I released a video on Balaram Beans TV, my children's channel, and it's an educational song teaching you the days of the week. There is nothing in that video that is not super family friendly, and yet the algorithm demonetized it. And this is a problem, of course, because what I'm finding is, particularly on English Like a Native, my videos are demonetized within 24 hours of me putting them up. They're demonetized for 2 or 3 days when I get the most traffic. And therefore, when they're finally reviewed and monetized, I'm making no money on them because no one's watching them anymore, because everyone's watched them in the first few days. And so I've seen my income drop by a couple of $100, and I'm only making about $500 anyway in total. So to lose a couple of $100 is horrible, you know. So that struggle with money continues. So my newest focus is now to try and get more and more sponsors on board. It's difficult with sponsorship because you don't want to alienate your audience. So you have to make sure that you are working with sponsors and brands that you believe in, that you agree with, and that you think your audience will like. But then also you have to get those brands to actually agree to sponsoring you. And so it can be very difficult. At the moment, I have 2 sponsors. And yeah, it's not enough yet. So I'm nearly 12 months into being a full-time YouTuber, and I'm still not breaking even. So the other thing I've been doing is working with other companies as an editor and as a content creator. And it's always good, I think, to have a second job that actually helps you in your current job. So me working as an editor, as frustrating as it is because it's taking me away from YouTube, it's good because I'm learning skills that then I can use in my YouTube time. Yeah. Now, the other little pressure that I've put on myself recently is that I finally took on a full-time editor. I didn't hire in the UK because I can't afford to hire someone in the UK. What I've done is I've actually hired someone abroad who will work for, it's like a quarter of the price of what I pay for a full-time editor here. It does mean that I have this extra weight, this extra pressure of the financial commitment that I've made to this editor. But what I thought was it would really relieve the pressures. It would relieve the pressures. It would help me to get more content out. And in some cases, it is helping me. But what I found is, and something I should warn everybody about, when you decide to take on an editor, you have to know that you can create enough content for that editor to deal with. If you're paying for someone on a full-time basis, that means you have to provide that much content full-time for as long as that contract is on. I'm finding now that I don't have the time to make enough content to give my editor something to do. And if he's got nothing to do, then I'm paying him for time for doing nothing. I still have to pay his time. So it's an added pressure that I didn't expect to be a pressure. I have to make more videos, because you don't want the quality to be affected either. So there you go. Going viral, it's not as glamorous as you think. Demonetization, it is frustrating, but if you are being demonetized as a YouTuber, then I suggest you appeal every time, because the only way the algorithm is going to learn is if we keep appealing, and then they get monetized, and then the algorithm learns that is family friendly. So that's important. And yeah, hiring, really think it through before you commit to paying out every month. Okay, so I'm going to answer some of your questions in just a moment. There is something that I want to talk to you about. Oh gosh, have I just lost you? Hopefully you're still seeing me. I think so. Oh yes, here we go. There we go. Okay, so one thing I wanted to talk to you about are the things that I found really helpful and that have been really great pushes forward for me in the last couple of months. The first thing, a must-read book. If you are a YouTuber, then you must read this book. So I rarely read. I don't have time for reading. I only read stuff that's going to help me. And there's someone I know called Tom Martin wrote a book. It's something called like YouTube optimization. And honestly, I read it from page to page. It's fantastic. I'm not being sponsored by him, by the way. I just think it's a really helpful book. I think I know quite a lot about YouTube, and honestly, there are secrets in there that I didn't have any clue about and that I've put into place now and has made a huge difference. So if you are seriously looking at growing, then it's a small investment. I think it's like £9 or something like that. I put a link in the description box below. Go and check it out. If you take YouTubing seriously, then I really recommend it. I read it in a couple of hours, and I've actually read it 3 times through because I've had to go through and implement everything that he mentions in that book. So that's definitely something that's cool. I also got this camera bag. I got the camera bag because I'm sick of putting my camera and all my bits and bobs into my bag with my everything else, with my day stuff. I was worried about my camera getting bashed and things getting squashed. So now I've got a specific camera bag. So I feel really cool with that. And the very exciting thing that I got, actually, I was gifted some money for my birthday from a student. And I bought this, which is the Karma Grip for my GoPro. Now this is fantastic. I've been looking for a stabilizer for months, and because I do a lot of outdoorsy stuff, the Karma Grip is amazing. It's actually really helped me doing some kind of paid freelancing work. It's helped me with my videos that I've been doing for English Like a Native and other things, and so I definitely recommend, if you've got a GoPro, I think it's the GoPro 5 or the GoPro 6, then it'll work with the Karma Grip. It's really cool. You don't have to balance it or anything. You just plug it in and it goes. It's awesome. So I've put links for that in the description box below as well. Alrighty, let me answer your questions. If I can help you with anything YouTube related, then I will. Or if it's just a, hey, how are you? I'm very well, thank you. Thanks for joining me. Yes, I'm sorry it's been a while. One of you is asking, what is Balaram Beans? Balaram Beans is my children's YouTube channel. By the way, if you're interested in looking at any of my other YouTube channels, they are all linked in the description box below. So do go and check them out, especially the children's channel. We need help. We need traffic and views. Yuya, hi Yuya, how are you? You said, I used to work for a company where we made educational videos for children on YouTube. It's really hard to get subscribers unless you update at least a video every day. Yeah, I can't do a video every day for Balaram Beans. See, I understand. Daily content is really helpful. But if you can put your efforts into making one video that is shareable, hero content will do a lot more for you than regular content. It's a balance, but really you have to think about the quality of what you're putting out. You can make tons and tons of rubbish videos and it won't help you. You make one good video, really good video, and you market it properly, and that will make all the difference. So it's better to spend 5 days making one good video than one day making a rubbish video. Every day for 5 days won't help you. Could you put more videos in technique? Technique for what exactly? I can only really teach stuff that I know. That's always the problem. I like you because all your videos are educational. Thank you very much. I always like to think that I'm giving something useful. YouTube, blah, 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 speed reading. I hope you win much money. Keep going. God bless you. Thank you. I don't want loads of money. I just want to pay the rent and you know, have a reasonable lifestyle would be nice. It's lovely to see you. It's lovely to see you too. Thank you for joining me. How much is your total YouTube income? My total YouTube income after expenses is literally about $200 once I've paid everyone and done all of my expenses. It's about $200, not even that. And my rent is £2,000. So yeah, it doesn't scratch the surface, unfortunately. Maybe you should hire a freelancing editor. I've got one. Do you get recognised a lot? No, Stan, I don't. I got recognised last night while I was out in London, but no, not really. Do you think I would understand the book? I'm learning English. My level is intermediate. I think so. I think so. And at least if you've got it and you can learn as you're reading, if there's things you don't understand, you can always look it up. But honestly, it's a good book. If you're YouTubing, I really do recommend it highly. You need to do more marketing in Latin America. I don't know how. I don't know how to do any more than I'm already doing. Please suggest. I'm open to suggestions. Have you tried making a channel to cater for the ASMR community? Rich T. Yes, I made 2 videos for the ASMR community. It just didn't feel comfortable for me. I think you have to do things that you feel passionate about. Because if you don't feel passionate about it, it shows in the video and you won't enjoy making the content. And then what's the point? The content that I'm making now, I generally enjoy everything I do. So I think it's important just to stay with your passions. But thanks for the suggestion. I think investors are interested in this channel is because it's not molded as an educational channel, so it's more flexible. Yeah, maybe. I think it's more easy to get sponsorship and stuff on channels like this because it's related to sport and lifestyle and health. Okay. All right, guys. Well, I do potentially have another live lesson to go and set up for. I was doing some recording earlier today, but I had a terrible bout of hiccups. It was so bad. I couldn't get any words out of my mouth without hiccuping every sentence. So today has been a very frustrating day, unproductive. But yes, I should probably prepare now for, as my hiccups seem to have gone, I should prepare for my next live stream. Just one more question. Did you stop acting to be a YouTuber? Yeah. Acting, I still do some acting, and I still will do acting in the future if the right opportunity comes along, but I wanted to do something where I was appreciated for my efforts and which would build. As an actor, it's a very difficult career, and it's not a career you can rely on. Neither is YouTube, as it seems, but we keep trying. Okay, love you lots. Thank you so much for coming and supporting this live stream. All 24 of you. You're amazing. Okay, take care. Good luck with your YouTubing if you are a YouTuber, and I'll see you soon.